So, welcome back to tutorial number 3 about the modeling toolbox. In this tutorial we have a closer look to the generators. So, we start with the propeller generator. You see, you have an input section over here on the top, and you have 3 output sections. Well, why 3? I have separated the output into the data for the config file, the Java code you inside the model, and it also generates a Java function. More to that later. So, first we have here the number of propellers. You can choose between 1 up to 4. We'll take 4 for this. And the number of blade from 1 to 10. We'll do 4 this time. In the next block you put in the size of the propeller. 3. Let's say it's 20 and 1. And down here you can choose the offset for the texture file. Let's say 100, 200. There's the texture of the propeller located. So then you have 4 places to put in the coordinates for your propeller. Say this time it's minus 50, 20 and 100. The second one is located at minus 50, 20, 50. These are the coordinates you take out of a technique. Minus 50, 20, minus 50. Let's say minus 50, 20, minus 100. The coordinates are always in the center of your propeller. So if you have a model, you look where is the center located from your propeller. And down here you can choose plain main rotor for helicopters or tail left or right side. This is for setting up the correct rotation angles. I'll take a normal plain propeller. So, create code, and here we go. This here is the text string you need for your config file. You simply paste it in there and all is going well. These 2 guys here are a little bit different. So, I will open last model I worked on. This is a normal model file. As you see, all the parts of the model are in there. So, the first text string is a call up for the function. You have to place it here between all the other parts. The second is a function for the propeller. This belongs down here between the last bracket and the finishing bracket for the model. All stuff for the propellers are located here and have to be changed here. It's a little bit easier than you have in this example here. You would have 4 propellers with 4 blades each. It would be very large. It's an easier way. You have only a small text string here and a small text string here. So that's all about the propeller generator. The next tool we have, the wheel generator. Here you can automatically generate wheels. Also here you have an input up here and output here for the Java code and for the config data. So, first of all you choose the size of the wheel, up from 4 to 20 blocks. Let's say 16 this time. The thickness of the wheel, now let's say it's 8. The type of wheel, should it be a block or a shape, you can choose a shape. How many axes do you have? 2 or 3? 2 will stay, and also here you can choose the texture offset. Let's say also 200, 100. And now you have to place in the center of the axis. So, what do I mean with center of axis? Let's show you. I need another technique for that. What do I mean with a center of axis? Don't annoy with the stuff here. Open, and we will take models, finished, A-Team truck. A-Team truck is always good. This is the A-Team truck I have built already. So what is the center of the axis? We have to choose front left, front right, back left, back right. So where's the axis located? In this model it's really good to see because I built an axis. You can see here. So where is the center of the axis? For this I will now copy and paste this part and make it a bit smaller so I can show you where. The center of the axis is exactly this point here. It's the end of the axis where the wheel is connected to the car's body. So on this side it would be here somewhere. The end of the axis between the body and the wheel. This is what I have defined as center of axis. So you just simply put in the coordinates here. Let's say it's this is a front right. Only we have to look in a driving direction. So it is 16, 4, minus 12, and the other side will be 16, 4, 12, minus 12. And back will be, I think, 1 down, 1 to front. Minus 36, 4, and also 12, and minus 36, 4, minus 12. So if you now hit the generate code button, you will see you got here the output for the wheel with positions, number of wheels, and here you got the code for the other. And you also see here, well, you maybe have a problem because your wheels are inside the ground. Because for the truck, the wheel size is 12. So if I set it to 12 and 5, well, better. So that's all about the wheel generator. You only have to paste this one into the config file and this one directly into your Java file. The last we have is the position the seat generator. Also we have here an input and we have here an output. You select the number of passengers, 1, put in the coordinates, let's say 5, minus 10 and 20. Create. And you have here the positions. The number means, if you put in there a 0, means you only have the pilot. Nope, passenger 0. If you put in the 1, you have also set here the coordinates. Create code. Or not. Oh yes, I see. Okay, now it works. Because there's a small little bug with the negative values. If you get this tutorial, this bug will be fixed. So that's all about this. This tool also calculates the problem between the pilot's position and the passenger's position. The passenger's position are always 9 blocks below the pilot's position. So if the pilot and the passenger have the same height inside the vehicle, let's say it's at 10 and 10, you will notice the pilot's position is -10 and the passenger will be -19, because you have to put the passenger's position 9 below the pilot's position. I don't know why it's a problem from France mod, but it also includes that in your calculation as well. So the last one, the hitbox generator. Will be simple. You put in here the coordinates from your hitbox. Let's say 5, 4, -7 and 8. Choose what type of element you have, let's say a body element, and here we go, it's added. You do the next one, add, choose the next position, add, and then you just simply copy it to your model. There's also a really good function, I think, the copy from clipboard function. So, if you build your model, this is a Leopard tank already built, and you just simply put in there certain elements. The elements represent your hitbox position. So I placed one element on each corner of the tank and one element where the turret is. And you will name them with a certain name and a number. The name has to be the same name as defined here. Add the name of the hitbox element. And the number has to be the number of the element. A body element is 0. A turret element has to be the number of 4. So, if you place them inside the model and say export as turbo model thingy, save to the desktop, yes, replace it, and you take these elements, or you can also take the whole model and copy it. Just simply press paste from a clipboard. You will find your collision box here. The program automatically looks up for the elements with the HB in front of, looks what number you have put in there. So if you see, we have a 40000, also here 40000, and here we go, this is our hitbox. I think it's the easiest way to create a hitbox. It also works for planes. You simply have to have a look here, and that's it. So this concludes tutorial number 3 about the generators. More in my next tutorial.